Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. No wonder I'm feeling tired. Yes, I've had a cold brewing. I'm assuming Lena from Tarot Down Under's sent it my way because she had this particular cold a couple of days ago. No, she didn't. I mean, we live, oh gosh, 10, 12, 14 hours drive away. But yeah, it's going around with this change of season at the moment. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? Hoping I didn't give it to the grandies the other day. No, it didn't come the other way. I was brewing it before I saw them. Okay, I'm going to use the Sci-Fi Tarot. Arrived yesterday. Woohoo! Love a new tarot deck. I've already been shuffling them. Great cards. Saw them on Danny Shay's channel. He doesn't. It used to be called Bathrobe Tarot, but he's changed that now. It's just simply Danny Shay, and love them. So I had to get them, and I think, like Danny, I'm going to have to get myself a suitcase, a lovely antique suitcase to put all my decks in because I'm starting to get a real collection there. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Well, I'm going to have a look at the future of AI. Now, don't get me wrong, AI is wonderful in certain circumstances. But what's been happening is that in a desperate attempt for power and control, a few parasitic money hoarders are trying to force AI into every facet of our lives. So what's happened is that Chris Olah, the co-founder of Anthropic, seems to be the only one that has a bit of integrity about it, which has the chatbot called Claude. Um, they were the ones that basically said to the Pentagon to pay off. They're not interested in having their version of AI, which apparently is the most accurate one, but still fallible. Um, their version of AI used by the Pentagon for military purposes. So Chris Olah has joined forces with Pope Leo. I love Pope Leo, even though I'm not religious in the slightest. But they've both called for AI regulation and constraints. The Pope's come out with a letter that he's called Manifestia Humanitas. I'm sure that's Latin, never learned it at school, but yep, Latin. Basically safeguarding the human person in a time of AI. Now, what's happened is Pope Leo has come out and said when such power is concentrated in the hands of a few, it tends to become opaque and evade public oversight, increasing the risk of distorted forms of development that gives rise to new dependencies, exclusions, manipulations, and inadequacies. So Chris Olah has come in and basically said that he started in his AI journey because he had a desire to help things go well for humanity. Now, AI can be wonderful, especially in the medical field, with amassing vast amounts of data and processing it. And I actually did have to have a chuckle because I saw something this morning about the fact that AI is being trained on internet data, etc. And I saw the quote that AI is cannibalizing itself into obscurity due to training itself on garbage data or poor data. But what did Olah say? He said every frontier AI lab, including Anthropic, operates inside a set of incentives and constraints that can sometimes conflict with doing the right thing. So his concern is about a few, as I said, parasitic money hoarders, and I'm going to start calling them carpetbaggers because that's what they are as well, having full control. Now, I also saw a quote the other day, and I'm going to ad-lib it because I do apologise, I haven't got the quote in front of me, that says you can either have a democracy or you can have control and wealth centralised for a few. You cannot have both. And what's also interesting is now the Orange Idiot's come out. I'm sure it wasn't his thought, but somebody from the regime has come out and is demanding non-disclosure agreements. And then, of course, I've seen the quote this morning reminding us that the government is supposed to be transparent. They are the public servants. The people are supposed to know what goes on in the government because they're public servants. The government is not supposed to know what goes on with the people because they are private citizens, something that needs to be reminded. But I want to have a look about the future of AI because what's happening is pretty much Gen X, which is my generation, is finding the polling is suggesting that Gen X doesn't trust brands that use AI generation. The polls are also, now I know what polls are. It depends on who you ask and what question and how you asked it, etc. But polls are also with their Gen Z questioning, polling is showing that Gen Z are also actively against AI as well. Not all of them, but 53% apparently are angry or anxious about the imposition of AI. And there we've got the star cards popped out, which is a journey into the realms of, it says fertility and intuition. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay, control. Control of control of the feminine in the population, but it's also reminds me of Starlink, and we know Starlink, how many has he inseminated, etc. But Gen Z are not embracing AI, and they're the ones that are targeted by, they're being underestimated, let me put it that way. So I want to have a look. This real push for AI. Now, AI is quite different from the internet. The internet is in the control, theoretically, the actual companies that control sections of the internet, like Google and Facebook, etc., are compromised, where they're giving me. But the internet itself is controlled by the people. Anybody can set up a website. Anybody can put information out there. Oh, the Tower card has popped out. The Tower card and a desire to, Six of Cups, a desire to return to a simpler time by the youth. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Times are a-changing. Where it stops, nobody knows. The wheel is turning. So we've got this Tower card, destruction, because it's been built on insecure foundations. The AI that is, I mean, again, don't get me wrong, AI can be wonderful, but the AI that is being pushed by these carpetbaggers, that's going to be my shorthand for them, is not built on a foundation of solid reality. So yeah, it's going to crumble. So they're trying to sell it as a must have, but no, it's not. We don't have to must have. The Six of Cups, a desire to return to a simpler time, led by the youth. The future through the eyes of the past, it says. I'm really drawn to the imagery here. They see what this is clearly, and it's being encapsulated. Speaking of which, the Mayor of London overrode the Met police force, the Metropolitan Police Force, which is the top police force in London, and basically said, nah, you're not getting Palantir. Tell them to F off. Gee, I wish the NHS had done that as well, but we'll see how that goes. Speaking of the UK, they are experiencing a massive heat wave, hottest ever May temperature, so my heart goes out to them. 35 degrees, which to be honest is just a pretty, in Australia it's a balmy summer's day, but they're not built for it over there. They're not built for it. Their infrastructure and their housing, etc., is not built for that sort of heat. 95 Fahrenheit it is. So, oh goodness me, just yep, welcome to climate change and building these massive energy consuming, water consuming, heat emitting data centers is not going to improve matters at all. But yeah, the youth, they see it for what it is and want it contained. And the wheel of fortune, the wheel is turning. Where it stops, nobody knows. But we are in this time of change. On the bottom, we've got the Lovers card, which is about the failing misogynistic energy trying to control. For me, it's not always that, depends on what I'm reading on. But let's have a look. The future of AI now, especially now that you've got the co-founder of Anthropic. I don't know if he's still involved in Anthropic, but he's coming out. So tell me about the future of AI. Right, the Chariot. Chaos, chaotic movement forward. It's okay. It says down the bottom, an unstoppable vessel, but it's very much War of the Worlds type imagery. And with the Chariot, you have to get it going forward in the same direction, all the legs moving forward in synchronicity. Otherwise, the whole thing collapses. Trying to overcome the barriers here. Okay, this is the here and now, the Chariot. It's being touted as unstoppable, as in it's here to stay, get used to it, get over it, etc. But it is on these flimsy legs, trying to overcome this mountainous terrain, this barrier terrain. Okay. Challenged by the Four of Cups, the rejection, the non-acceptance. Have you checked your blind spots, is what it says there. But this is a humanity rejecting, pretty much. Not all. I mean, as I said, it does have its good points. But what I'm reading on is the type of AI that the carpetbaggers are trying to shove down our throats. And the challenge is the rejection as they try and move this forward and proclaiming that it's here to stay, it's unstoppable, get used to it, get over it. Yeah, nah, don't think we're going to. Okay. The energy that they're stewing in is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, Hogarth calls it the return on investment. It's also about an inability to harvest financially. So what's happened is they've invested so much money into this technology that they want a return on their investment, which is why they're pushing, the carpetbaggers are pushing this technology, because they want they want to reap the rewards. However, for those that know the traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, it pretty much dies on the vine. The rewards die on the vine. The invasion took years of preparation. It does say the planning paid off, but yeah, they're still on the ground. Still on the ground, not achieving. So let's see where it goes. In the past, we've got the Suit of Wands. Oh, there might be extra cards in this that I'm not sure of. So in the past, the Suit of Wands, the light on the horizon calls you, standing on the precipice, and a journey into the unknown. So in the past, the journey into the unknown, standing on the precipice, observing this future in the past. Okay. I do like that card. Let's see what we've got. The Page of Swords at the top. Movement forth, but it's a reduced movement forth. Okay. So the energy over this is the attempt to swing through into this new beginning. But I'm getting the word undeveloped. Dreams could not contain the ambition, her strength or her curiosity. A lifetime of thrills. Okay. Venture forth. Dreams could not tame the ambition or the strength of curiosity, but it feels reduced. I mean, trying to swing through into this new beginning. Swords are about air energy across the airwaves, trying to break through. Okay, see where this, but the immediate future is the Tower, built on unstable grounds. The collapse of the industry. You've got the Three of Cups there. What I'm getting with that Three of Cups is very much about the three main players. Who have we got? Who are the three main players? You've got Teal, Fleon, and is it Allison? Three main players here. The Hermit, being forced to retreat within themselves. Alone amongst the stars, absolutely being forced to retreat as the light is being shone. Okay, hopes and fears, the King of Cups, the negotiator, the diplomat, the emotionally mature figure here. The outcome, the Knight of Wands, bringing forth volatile information. First to set foot upon a new world. So it's not all AI, it's just this facade of this necessity that's being forced upon us. I mean, AI's, robots putting cars together, using robotics. I've often said that a lot of manufacturing will come back onto the shores of countries like Australia and America, etc. But there won't be the jobs themselves because it will all be automated. So this is more about automation rather than creativity jobs. Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups, feeling betrayed and walking away, and Judgment. And Ten of Pentacles, end of this oligarchical control is what I'm getting there. Yep, so the version that the parasitic carpetbaggers are trying to force upon us, no, it's not gonna it's not going to work. As I said, the youth are rejecting it. At the end of the day, it's up to the people as to whether they use it or not, as to whether they accept it. And I have seen it be compared to, is it Thneeds or something out of the Lorax, whereas this was this absolutely useless item that was sold as the be-all and end-all, and everybody bought because to be seen without a Thneed was was, uncool, untrendy, and all the rest of it. And it ended up destroying the forests. Yeah, I see this version of AI that they're trying to force onto everybody is pretty much a need that nobody actually really needs. Okay, what I want to have a look at, I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and I do see it being rejected. And the fact that the youth, Gen X and Gen Z, are actively saying, yeah, no, we're not interested, despite the amount of money that's being thrown into trying to force it upon people, is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, by the oligarchs, the King of Pentacles. And you've got the Fool at the bottom, uncharted waters, new beginnings, and looking, Six of Wands, looking overseas, looking elsewhere, looking at the bigger picture. Okay. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is the future of these data centers themselves. I do see them, actually. It's really interesting. I know a lot of them are being built in areas where there's no water, there's limited energy, and I do apologize. It was a major city, Lake Tahoe or something, that is being told 15,000 people or something. I mean, it's not a city, but it's a really, really big town. It's not just a few people down the end of a dead-end road, have been told that their electricity is going to be no more because the supposed provider can make more by selling their electricity to the AI centre. Yeah, I think they're going to find themselves hung out to dry, actually, the hanged man, because by the time it gets round to that situation, they're going to have a rethink. I can see them crawling back, but they've done their dastardly. They've shot their wad, they've done their dastardly, they misfired by betraying the people. Okay, so these data centers that are being built, the vision I was given was that a number of them, not all of them, but a number of them will be turned into, if you think of the cotton mills in the UK from the boom of the cotton industry in the 1800s, was it? They're now being repurposed as trendy apartment living. I do get these AI centres being repurposed as accommodation, but not slum accommodation. I'm getting roofs covered in solar, I'm getting water collection, and I can see in the middle, so it's almost like housing around the outside. In the middle, there's a roof that can be opened and like it's a clear roof that can be opened and closed. That's like a greenhouse. It's massive, like a greenhouse, and underneath I can see this huge park. It's like Central Park, but obviously not as big, but a huge park where there's trees and there's wildlife, and I can see water running through it. Okay, so the future of these data centers, what do we need to know about the future of some of these data centers that are going to get built but never actually amount to anything? What can I see? There will be, okay, I'm also being given the vision of some in just ruin. Don't forget, my guides were showing me, gosh, was it nearly a year ago now, with alligator Alcatraz, where literally the torn and flapping in the wind. I gather it's been closed. Yeah, they saw it being closed and abandoned. But there will be some of these that will be abandoned. I just heard and saw some of the sheeting falling off the outside of some of them. But some will be repurposed. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. The future of these data centers. Right. The Four of Pentacles. This is the here and now, the signifier of the here and now. Hoarding of the money. but you've got the desert out here as well. Holding on to what's really important, but what I'm really getting is that the money won't be there to complete them. This is a backing out, taking the money and backing out. Challenging it is the Knight of Wands, volatile information coming forward, but also sharing a message, sharing a powerful message, a message of creativity, a message of wild enthusiasm is the challenge to these data centers. At the bottom, we've got the Page of Wands, the youth, the inspirational youth coming forward. In the past, we've got money changing hands, money laundering, or simply money changing hands to set these data centers up. So for municipal councils or something for approval or whatever it is, there was some palm greasing that went on. So money changed hands. Crowning this reading, the Page of Cups. Okay, this is really positive energy around this. So money changed hands. The money's not there to, it's almost like they're going to take off with the cash once it fails, but it's going to be a reduced amount. But we've got Page of Cups, so this is again youthful energy, dreaming big, bought with integrity. So this is this passion, this pushback passion that is bought with youthful, inspirational integrity. Something new planning that people can get excited about. Pigs can fly, so dream big, and unexpected out of left field. The inspirational female, the Queen of Wands. Look at this positive energy after that icky one there and that icky money one under there. We're talking about cups energy. We're talking about wands energy. Wands are about planning and creativity and something you can get passionate about and new messaging. And cups are about the emotion of it, tapping into the emotion of it. The Knight of Cups, it is here on offer. It will be here on offer. It is up to the people as to whether they pick it up or not. Internally, you've got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor in this particular deck is very much about taking control of your future for you internally. This is about the offer will be there to do this for the new. And it is about stepping up and taking control. There's Spotty Dog having a snuggle. Hopes and fears, the star of hope and healing. The outcome, the Seven of Wands. Dream big and hold on to those dreams. Seven of Wands, it might seem like the outcome seem like a pie in the sky, and the negative naysayers who have nothing positive to say will attack this dream, but it is powerful. Nine of Cups. Look at the future here. There are no pentacles here going forward. The pentacles are in the past. The money is in the past. This is about passion and emotions and dreams and building something beautiful and taking control. The Nine of Cups. Excitement, emotional freedom, excitement. The money will be there to do this. But it is very much about stepping up. And then the Ace of Swords. New beginning, new intellectual beginning, new strategy beginning, new beginning of truth. But you have to take the stairs to bring it about, and stairs mean action has to be taken. Right, there is a pentacle, Nine of Pentacles, but again, feminine energy, choosing the opportunity, and I'm going to say these are opportunities, they're not money as such. The opportunity that they are intuitively drawn to, which is not the one that is necessarily the biggest money maker. This is what socialism is about. Socialism is about, it's not about making profit. It's about providing for the people what they need on a sustainable manner. So therefore, governments shouldn't be theoretically in debt, but they also shouldn't be money-making profiteers. They should be providing for the people on a sustainable manner. This is about choosing what intuitively drawn to, not necessarily what we are told we must do, not necessarily the one that provides the biggest financial return, and not the one that is necessary, the easiest. Okay. Smoke and mirrors, delusion. There will be those that get caught up in the dark emotions of it and can't see the path forward. It's all too hard. But there will be those of us amongst us that will be able to see clearly the way through. And we've got the sun. Awesome, awesome energy to finish up with there. I think that's fabulous. And on the bottom, we've got a Hierophant, but in this particular deck, it's about looking at what is possible, stepping into your own power and taking the steps to bring it about. Letting go of the, this is Ten of Wands, letting go of the misinformation, the letting go of what doesn't ring true. The demands of, oh, this is how it has to be done. Bullshit. Who died and said that it has to be done any particular way? No, it doesn't. This is about letting go, putting it to the side and taking off, moving forward in this new direction. Again, another moving forward card with the Six of Swords, moving out of troubled water and into this working together energy. You've got the King of Cups, emotional maturity, stability. This is what the younger of the boomers, I think they're called Joneses or something, and Generation X are here to do. We are here to provide emotional and stability and guidance for the Gen Zs and the Gen Ys and those that are coming after us. And this is also the millennials as well, because they're now in their late 30s, early 40s, to provide the emotional stability and guidance to allow the younger, the youthful, exuberant energy to really break free and step forward, because the wheel is here, the new beginning, end of an era, new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, huge opportunity, and the Fool. Faith, trust, new start, new start, new start, new start. And then we've got the Chariot here as well. It is about choosing, just going for it. Trusting, and work out how the bloody hell you're going to do it while you're doing it. This movement forward. There will be a requirement for boundaries, though, to be set up. But set up the boundaries and then stand defiantly behind them and protect them as we are moving into this new youthful opportunity, some of which is drawing on the past. It's coming quickly with the Eight of Wands. We've got the High Priestess, the feminine powerful feminine energy, the spirituality, the emotional connectivity, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Temperance. Walking away from what we know will not serve us and building something new together with the Three of Pentacles. But it is very much about summoning the courage to unlock the door to step through to those. We've got the Judgment card, embracing your spirit to dance and sing. And then we've got the Page of Swords. So I think that's all the pages out now, all the youthful energy out, and the Wheel of Fortune turning. We can choose to move forward, or we can choose to stay in the darkness. So yeah, I'm really positive about this. It is going to be a new beginning. It is part of the new, of revamping these data centres into communities of togetherness. I mean, all the pages were out. Didn't quite use all the cards, but all the pages were out. And there's the world card. The Empress, the birth of something new where there is abundance for all. So I'm actually really positive about the future in regards to AI. Um, I'm just getting the data centers. Some will just simply decay, but some will be revamped and become communities. So in these parks, there will be fruit trees and veggie gardens, and it just feels really positive. It's like if I say a commune, but not in the old style of cult communes, they're just communities that work together and bring their knowledge, their creativity, and support. I'm actually really excited. The energy feels good. Just need to overcome this little hump in the middle. Speaking of hump, it's Wednesday, hump day. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.